celebration of Thanksgiving, our intention is going to be tapping into gratitude. So we'll be focusing on heart openers and grounding poses. And my hope is that by the time you finish your practice today, you feel at ease, connected, expansive, and full of gratitude. Let's get started. Come to a comfortable seated position. Maybe you sit up on some blankets, a chair, a bolster, whatever feels good to you. Once you get there, soften your gaze or close your eyes. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Exhale out your mouth. Find 2 more like that. Inhale. One more. Inhale. Sitting up tall. Drawing your elbows back so that they're in line with your ribs. Stacking head over heart. Heart over pelvis. Beginning to focus on I am inhaling as you inhale through your nose. I am exhaling as you exhale out your nose. As the thoughts begin to arise, just coming back to your breath. In honor of our intention of gratitude, tapping into gratitude, I'd like you to repeat to yourself 3 times, I welcome gratitude into my life. I welcome gratitude into my life. I welcome gratitude into my life. Begin to inhale, I am, and on your exhale, grateful. So silently repeating to yourself, I am on your inhale and grateful on your exhale. I am grateful. I am grateful. Bring hands to heart center and think of 3 things that you are grateful for. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, bowing your mind to your heart, sealing our intention of gratitude in, honoring the practice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Release your hands to your thighs, open your eyes, welcome. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Find that twice more. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms reach up. hands to heart center. All right, go ahead, look at your legs. Recross them if you're sitting cross-legged so that the opposite shin is in front or on top. Bring your hands to your knees and just go ahead and inhale forward. Exhale, take it back. Finding 3 Sufi rolls in this direction. Just getting into the nooks and crannies here. Eventually reversing your circle, getting into both sides evenly. Maybe getting your head involved. Just be mindful of your neck. When you feel complete, coming back to center, take an inhale. Exhale it all out. And then go ahead and bring the soles of your feet to touch. Knees go wide. This is a nice place to grab a block or a stack of books. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, just fold forward to your edge. Just getting into the hips here. Dropping into the moment. Deep breaths. Maybe folding forward isn't for you today and you take your hands behind your hips and you sit up tall. Opening your heart. Just a few more moments here. And then go ahead, move your block out of the way. Take your hands to the outsides of your knees. Close your legs like a book. Roll into tabletop position. And please take a moment to put a blanket underneath your knees. Just takes a few seconds and it feels so much better. Make sure the blanket is not all bumpy, but smooth and even. And let's find tabletop position. So spread your fingers wide, point your fingers straight forward. Wrist underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. My legs are a little bit wider for belly. Draw your navel up and in so that you're not dumping into the lower back here. We want a strong, straight spine. Look towards the top edge of your mat. And just begin to inhale, drop your belly, look up. Pull your heart through your arms. Exhale, round your spine, look towards your navel. Inhale, drop your belly, look up. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, into cow. Exhale, into cat. Go ahead and find 2 more. Inhale, heart pulls forward, look up. Exhale, round your spine, look towards your navel. Inhale. Exhale. All right, take your knees wide if they're not already wide. Bring your big toes towards one another, tuck your toes under. Send your hips back, hands come forward, take them as wide as the mat. Here we are in downward facing hero's pose. It's like child's pose. Inhale here, exhale. Inhale, come forward, drop your hips, lift your heart. Maybe untuck your toes, soft shoulders. Heart lifts, glutes are soft, core is engaged. Exhale, draw your hips back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Go ahead and find 2 more. Inhaling forward, lift your heart. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. This time, untuck your toes, sink into a child's pose. And then come up, tabletop position when you're ready, no rush. Let's go ahead and work on the glutes and the hips a little bit. So take right toes to the sky. This is one of my favorite moves, donkey kicks. So we'll just point our toes up and down. 1, 2, keep breathing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great job. Take your right knee out to the right, clamshell, strengthening the hip for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Lower your right knee. Second side. Reconnect to your firm foundation first. Spread your fingers wide. And then left toes to the sky and 90-degree bend in your left knee. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great job. Left knee out to the left, clamshells for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower your left knee. Inhale, drop your belly, look up. Exhale, round your spine, press the earth away. Inhale, back to neutral, tuck your toes under if they're not already tucked under. Exhale, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. First down dog of the day. So we want feet touching or hip distance apart, hands shoulder distance apart, fingers spread wide. Have your ears in line with your biceps. Lift your hips up and back and walk your dog out, bending one knee and then the other. Just finding mindful movement here, organic movement, stretching out the backs of your legs. And then go ahead, inhale, reach right leg high to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot through. Grab your blocks. If you're using them, hands are on blocks or they're on the ground on either side of your front foot. I'm bringing both hands inside of my front foot to make room for belly. So if you're looking at me and you're like, oh, you're doing something different, that's why. Go ahead and let your hips drop. We want knee over ankle, heart pulling forward. Inhale here. Exhale, draw your hips back, draw your toes to your face. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, come forward, lift your heart. Exhale, draw it back. One more, inhale. Exhale. All right, inhale, come forward, stay here, or maybe you reach arms up. Inhale and exhale, cactus arms, open your heart. Draw your navel in, tuck your lower back, tuck your sacrum, Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, cactus arms. One more, inhale. Exhale. All right, fold forward, nice work. Step your right knee back. Move your blocks safely forward, down dog. Inhale, left leg high to the sky. Bring your left hip in line with your right. Exhale, step it through. Low lunge on the left side. Hands are on either side of your front foot. Drop your hips to the earth. Inhale, heart pulls forward. Radiate your heart forward. Exhale, draw your hips back, draw your left toes to your face, fold. Inhale, splits. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, Ardha Hanumanasana. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. Stay here. Or maybe join me. Reach your arms up. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, open your heart to gratitude. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Let's do it one more time. Inhale. Exhale. All right, beautiful. Fold forward. Step back, downward facing dog. Stay here or inhale forward into plank. We want wrist under elbows. Now I'm going to come onto my knees, but you can lower however you choose. I just want you to think about keeping your elbows touching your ribs the whole time. The tendency is for the elbows to splay out. Keep them drawing in, lower, look back. We want wrist under elbows. Inhale, cobra, soft shoulders. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, step forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Reconnect to your breath, your intention. Maybe adjust your clothes and move the blanket off the mat if you were using it so you don't trip as we move forward. All right, inhale, arms lift, Surya Namaskara A. Feet are touching or hip distance apart. Exhale, safely fold forward. Inhale, half lift, hands come on the floor, block shins or thighs, just not your knees. Exhale, fold deeply. Inhale, step back, down dog. Exhale, plank. Lower your hips to the floor. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, plank, chaturanga of your choice. I'm doing knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, step forward. Exhale, fold deeply. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Two more. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, step back, down dog. Exhale, come forward, drop your hips. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, plank to chaturanga. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, step forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Great work. Stay here or join me for one more. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, step back, down dog. Exhale, plank, drop your hips. Lift your heart, inhale. Exhale, plank, lower. Chaturanga of your choice. Wrist underneath elbows. Inhale, inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, step forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Check in with yourself. Come back to your breath. Notice how you're feeling. Noticing the energy moving throughout the body, the heat you're generating. Let's continue on with heart openers and grounding poses. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step your right foot back. Lower your right foot, your right heel to the earth. And we're coming into warrior one. So press into your left and right foot evenly to rise up. We want knee over ankle or before it, just not past it. From here, inhale, arms lift. Exhale, find those cactus arms. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, open your heart. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, interlace your hands behind your lower back. Stay here or draw your hands down to the floor, opening your heart, inhaling. And exhale, fold to here, but don't collapse into the top thigh or drop to the inside of your front leg. Draw your left hip back to the center line, hug everything into the midline. Deep breaths here, humble warrior. With control and ease, release your hands. Walk them out to the right, towards the right corner of your mat. Press your hips back, let your head hang. Surrender, warrior. Deep breaths. From here, you're going to simply walk so that you're in a wide-legged forward fold, facing the long edge of your mat. Toes are pointed straight forward. Hands are underneath your shoulders. They can be on blocks too. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, just fold for a moment. Let your head hang. Maybe you bring hands in line with your feet and bring the crown of your head to the floor. Maybe you just hang out on your support, which can be really nice. All right, go ahead and pivot towards the back edge of your mat. Low lunge on the right side, hands are on either side of your front foot. Again, mine are on the inside to make room for baby. Step right foot back. Here we are, plank pose, lower knees, chest and chin. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, down dog. Deep breaths. Find 3 breaths here. Breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. In through your nose and out through your nose. Fingers spread wide, lower ribs knitting together. Second side, inhale, right leg lifts high. Exhale, step it through. Left heel to the floor. Inhale, rise up with your arms. Exhale, cactus arms, open your heart. Inhale. Exhale. Soft eyes, soft jaw. Inhale. Exhale. All right, inhale, arms forward and up. Exhale, interlace hands behind your lower back. Opposite thumb on top this time, so it will feel a little awkward. Pull your hands down, down, down to the floor. Inhale and exhale, fold to your edge. Deep breaths. humbling thyself. Or release hands towards the top left corner of your mat. Press your hips back, let your head hang. Surrender warrior, letting it all go. When you feel ready, pivot on your feet. Let's find that beautiful wide-legged forward fold again. And this time, I invite you to just walk your hands as far forward as you can. Let your hips pull back, head hang heavy, hammock pose. Tractioning out your spine, opening up the hips. Think about pulling your hips back and at the same time, pulling your hands as far forward as you can. Keep your quads engaged to protect your knees. And when you feel ready, you've had enough, bring your hands back underneath your shoulders and then walk yourself to the top of your mat. Low lunge on the left side. Step your right foot forward. Forward fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Find a moment here. Reconnect, readjust as you need to. And when you're ready, join me. I'm going to have my blocks at the top of my mat because we'll be moving into some balancing poses. All of it's optional, but in case you want to try, it's nice to have blocks. So feet are touching or they're hip distance apart. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, safely fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Step your right foot back. Here we are, crescent pose. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, cactus arms. Open your heart. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, reach your arms up. Back heel comes to the floor. Left foot, left heel comes in line with your right arch. Open your arms up. Warrior two. Head, heart, pelvis, they're all on the same line. Looking out over the long edge of your mat. Inhale here. Exhale. Peaceful warrior. Inhale. Left forearm, left thigh. Turn your heart up. Right arm reaches over right ear. Extended side angle. Release. Peaceful. Extended. Oop. Lost my earbud. Inhaling. One more. Exhale. Extended side angle. Turn your heart up. Reach right fingertips over. Deep breaths. Inhale, warrior two. Straighten your left leg. Maybe walk your right foot in a little bit. Reach out and over to the left. Reach a little bit further. Hold. Working on the core. Reach a little bit further. And then when you've had enough, right hand, right hip, left hand comes to your block. And I'm actually going to scoot back so I have room. Here we are, Utthita Trikonasana. Press your pelvis forward, reach right arm up. We want to keep our cervical spine in line with the rest of our spine. So think about the top of the crown of your head is shooting straight forward. The tendency is to be here in triangle. Lift your head. Inhaling here. Now, stay here in this beautiful heart opener, hip opener, stretch throughout the entire body, or Bring right hand to your right hip. Come on the ball of your right foot. Take your left block forward. Hopefully I have enough room here. I'm going to actually back up just a little bit more. Take your left block forward and then gently step off your right foot. Keep your right foot flexed. The tendency for me is to lift right leg up high. Bring it down so that your hip is in line with your leg. Your leg is in line with your hip. Deep breaths. Now, I love doing this pose at the wall. You can let both glutes and the back of your head rest into the wall, and it really helps with balance. You could also be holding like a chair or a table, so you make this pose work for you. And looking down at the ground really helps with balance. Keep the right foot flexed. Maybe you stay here, or maybe you reach right arm up, opening the heart. You can look towards the top hand. I'm just going to look towards the floor for balance. Stay here, or maybe bend right knee, capture your right ankle with your right hand, and open up, opening your heart. Ardha Chapasana. Deep breaths. Lower with control, right foot to the ground. Here we are, warrior two. Fold over your right leg, come on the ball. Over your left leg, come on the ball of your right foot. Step your left foot back, down dog. Plank pose, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, down dog. And second side. I'm going to turn to this side so my back is not to you. Second side, right leg lifts up high. Step it through. Here we are, crescent pose. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, open your heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, heart opens. Lower your left heel to the ground. Bring your right heel in line with your left arch. Virabhadrasana 2. Warrior 2. Take your hands on your ribs. Turn them manually so that they're facing the long edge of your mat. From here, open your arms out to a T. Inhale. Exhale, peaceful warrior. Come into your beautiful extended side angle and move back and forth. Peaceful, extended. Inhaling and exhaling back, peaceful. Inhale, extended. One more, peaceful. Extended. Hold here, turn your heart up to the sky. Make sure your front knee is not pronating in, so draw it back out to the right. You want to keep that knee safe. Press your pelvis forward. Extended side angle. Warrior 2. Straighten your front leg, maybe walk your left foot in a little bit. Right heel is in line with your left arch. Adjust it as you need to. Reach your arms out. Reach out to the right. Out to the right. A little bit further, hold here. Engage your quads, your calves rooting to rise. Hold. And then left hand to your left hip, right hand to your support. Utthita Trikonasana. Press your pelvis forward. Deep breaths. Find your heel to arch alignment. Maybe reach left arm up. Look straight down, straight forward, or straight up. Keeping your neck long. Opening the heart. Stay here. There's so much work to do in triangle pose. If you'd like more, left hand to your left hip. Come on the ball of your left foot, bend your right knee, walk your right block forward, your right hand forward, and gently step off your back foot. Let me come back on the mat. Step off your back foot. Flex your left foot, engage your right quad. Don't lock your right knee out. Stay here or maybe reach left arm up. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Look straight down or straight up. Stay here or bend left knee, grab left ankle, flex left foot, open your heart. Chop it if you got it, my teacher used to say. For Ardha Chakrasana. Deep breaths. When you feel ready, with control, release. Lift your hand. Gently step back. Warrior 2, find your alignment. Open your arms up, draw your pinky fingers back. Bring hands to heart center. Come on the ball of your back foot and simply step left foot up to meet right. Forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let me come back to the top of the mat. Great work, everyone. Let's start to cool down now. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Step back, down dog. From here, come into tabletop position. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, pull your heart forward. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale into cow. And exhale into cat. All right, go ahead, step your left foot through. Hands are on either side of your left foot. Let your hips sink down, low lunge. Right back where we started, everything comes full circle. Draw your hips back, draw your toes to your face, fold. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. And exhale, back. All right, everyone, inhale forward. And now everyone bring your hand to the inside of your left leg. Walk your left foot all the way to the left. So you're coming in to lizard pose. Wiggle your right foot back. Let your heart pull forward and up. Stay here or maybe lower onto your forearms, on blocks or on the ground. Let your head hang. Deep breaths, just getting into the left hip here. Lizard pose. If it feels really intense, you can find some swaying right to left. Deep, deep breaths. We'll be here for about 30 more seconds. Draw the left knee into the center line. If you want more, you can tuck your right toes under and lift your back knee off the ground. From here, when you're ready, come up. If you're using blocks, scoot them forward. And go ahead and start to walk left foot over towards right wrist. Left knee comes in line with left wrist. Left foot stays flexed to protect your joints. If pigeon pose is too much, draw your left heel towards your right hip for sleeping swan. Make sure your right toes are pointed straight back. Inhale, heart lifts. And exhale, fold forward to your edge. I'm actually going to stay lifted here just to keep room for my belly, but you decide. Deep breaths. Slowly just roll onto your left hip. Bring your right foot forward. Left foot to your inner right thigh. Right foot stays flexed. Inhale, reach your arms up. Turn towards your right leg. And exhale, fold forward. Hands can reach for your foot. You can take a strap around the ball of your foot. You can have forearms or hands resting on blocks or the ground on either side of your leg. Just be mindful that the right foot stays flexed to protect your joints. And again, I'm going to stay seated up tall. Deep breaths. If you are folded forward, gently come up, moving very slowly here. Bring your right leg behind you, eventually followed by your left, coming back into tabletop position. And we'll move on to our second side. So inhale, drop your belly, look up. Exhale, round your spine, press the earth away. Inhale, back to neutral, strong, straight spine. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Hands on either side of your right foot. Let your hips sink to the ground. Right knee stacks over right heel. Heart lifts. Inhale. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, draw your hips back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, hips come back. Fold and hold for a moment. Right toes towards your right face. Right foot is flexed. Inhale, low lunge. Go ahead and bring both hands to the inside of your right foot. For lizard pose, stay upright. Make sure your left knee is comfortable. Stay here, and if it's not comfortable, put a blanket underneath it. Stay here or maybe drop closer towards the earth. Keep drawing right knee in. Deep breaths here. Soft eyes, soft jaw. This can be quite intense, so maybe you come back up onto your palms. Maybe you find a swaying motion here. Deep breaths, being really gentle with yourself. Eventually we'll all come up whenever you feel ready, and we'll move into pigeon or sleeping swan. So just drawing your right foot over to the left side of your mat, either behind your left wrist or towards your left heel for sleeping swan. Right knee is in line with your right wrist. Everyone take a moment, look back at your left toes. Make sure they're not pointing in towards the center line, but straight back. The other thing I forgot to mention on the first side was that if you come into this pose and there's a big gap between your right glute and the floor, put a blanket there. It's really important that our hips are on the same playing field so that they can spiral open to the floor and open up. So if one hip is way higher, it's not going to open up the correct way. Inhale, heart lifts, right foot's flexed. Stay here, which I'm going to do, or fold forward. It's up to you. Deep breaths. Right foot remains engaged. Coming back to your intention. I am grateful. Coming back to those 3 things that you're grateful for. It can be more than 3 things or less than 3 things. Whatever you said at the beginning of practice, come back to that. Open your eyes if they were closed. Gently come up if you were folded forward, taking your time, and ever so slightly, ever so easily, gently, roll to your right hip, bring your left leg forward, right foot to the inside of your left thigh. I'm getting too relaxed here, losing my words. Inhale, arms lift, turn to face your left leg, and exhale, fold to your edge. Please keep your left foot engaged, toes drawing towards your face to protect your joints. Let your head hang, or maybe stay upright, heart lifting. Deep breaths. And then simply come up and take left leg back, right knee back. Here we go, tabletop position. Tuck your toes under, lift your hips up, downward facing dog. Maybe find some gentle movement here, bending your knees and straightening them. And then lowering your knees to the ground. Big toes come together, knees go wide. Bring your bolster or your blankets or pillows. You can use whatever you have. Bring them into play now. I'm using one bolster. I'm going to draw the bolsters close to my pelvis as I can. Inhale, reach my arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Now, if I wasn't pregnant, I would just fold completely over the support, but to make room for baby, I'm going to press the bolster up. And then fold over the support, bring one cheek to the bolster. I'll tell you when we're halfway through so you can switch to the other side. I invite you to close your eyes here if it feels okay to do so. And just rest for a moment. Deep breaths. Go ahead and turn to the other cheek. Very gently come up. Go ahead and turn your bolster or your blankets or your towels so that the long edge of the support is parallel with the top edge of your mat. Come into a tabletop position. Walk your knees back a little bit and then bring your forearms onto the support. Let your head rest on the edge of the support. Draw your elbows in towards your head. Stay here in supported heart-melting pose. Once again, I'm going to take my knees wide for baby. And you're welcome to do that too, to experiment what feels good in your body. If you want more, bring hands together, bend your elbows, take your thumbs to the nape of your neck. Very gently sink your hips back, child's pose. And then come up, sit on your heels. Bring your knees together, hands. Let me come back onto the mat here. Hands come behind your feet, fingers pointed in, and just lift your hips up, let your head drop back. Just getting a little counter stretch. And then lowering your hips to your heels. Gently come up and let's set up for Shavasana. So I'm going to offer it in a supported heart opening pose. I'm going to bring one block at the medium setting in the middle of my mat at the top, and the other block at the lowest setting about 1 hand's distance away from the top block. And then I'm going to bring my bolster over the support. If you don't have a bolster and you don't have blocks, you can just grab some pillows and stack them on the ground and put them flat on the ground. And then I'm going to bring a blanket to the top of my bolster as a little pillow. And I'm going to bring the other blanket at the bottom of my bolster just to soften the area for my glutes to rest on. And then I'm going to come to sit in front of my support. I'm going to bring the soles of my feet to touch, but you can have your legs extended straight forward if that feels better. And from here, I'm just going to simply relax over my support. Hands can be by your hips on the earth. You can reach your arms up overhead, grabbing for opposite wrists or forearms. Maybe you press into your feet, lift your hips up and pull your glutes down to lengthen your lower back. And let's just find 3 audible exhales together as a community, as a family. So inhale through your nose, side out, inhale, inhale, and just rest here, letting everything go. If you have the time and space, I invite you to stay here for as long as you can. If you're ready to move on, extend one leg and then the other out in front of you, finding gentle movement in your fingers and toes, maybe reaching your arms up, stretching it out. And then drawing your feet back towards the mat, the soles of your feet, bringing them back on the mat. Mindfully rolling to your right or left side and very gently coming up. Soften your gaze or close your eyes. Sit up tall. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, letting it all go. When you feel ready, bring hands to heart center. Coming back to your intention of gratitude. Saying to yourself, I welcome gratitude into my life. I am grateful. Bow your mind to your heart. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope you feel full of gratitude, connected, present, and at ease.